Hey, soul family, this is Sunset Child coming to you with Sunset Child Out There podcast. Just thinking about that song, I Am the Eye in the Sky by the Al Parsons Project. And it makes sense. It makes all the sense. The eye in the sky. And that's what all this is about. We're being monitored. We are being monitored. And this is every day of our lives. And we always walk around wondering who's watching us, who's around us. And we really do have eyes in the sky. And now that our frequencies are coming up, and now that we're being open and coming to the 5D consciousness, we are now seeing what is what's there. And that's, you have the drones coming out. Everybody has one. Everybody has a drone, and you've had one since you were born. Your drone might be there for centuries. You don't even know it. It might have seen you through every life cycle, every life change that you've had on this planet. Because we're in our last life cycle right now. So this is our last. So whatever you are right now, that's what you're going to be for the rest of the journey. And it's amazing. It's emotional. It's crazy to even think of it. But these drones have had every part of our journey. No, and they do. They have our DNA on it. They have everything, all our medical history, everything. If you see one, it's yours. If it comes to you, it's introducing itself. It doesn't want to hurt you. It can if it wants to, because it could mess with your frequency, your vibration. And these are the things that they were trying to implement. If people really knew what they really wanted to do with us, it would be a horror story. And like a movie, you are the main character of your story. But thankfully, you didn't have to go through that journey. So these drones that are now, you're starting to see them. People are seeing, oh, I see a drone, and let it go now, because you know it's there. Let it go and move on, because we're going to start seeing even more stuff. And I told you that in the beginning. You're going to see things you never thought you've seen before. Things are going to come out of nowhere, and you might be shocked. You might not. Don't worry about it. Don't be afraid of it. Embrace it. Because they want the entities on this planet, the aliens on this planet that are running it, want you to be in fear, constant stress, fear. And let me just say that if you're sitting there, if you're sitting there in sadness, the drones were used to amplify them, but to amplify your sadness, to amplify your depression, to amplify your anger, to amplify it's like road rage when someone's driving and you don't understand it. Some cases you do, but how come you're getting so crazy over it? And through the past years, it started becoming more so. Depression started becoming more so. Sadness, mental health is a big, big, big thing. And it's a big, big business. Remember that. We're walking through things and not realizing there's technology out there that's used against us too. And you can still call me a conspiracy theorist, but these drones are showing up now. So there's your conspiracy. It's amazing, but you really have to look at it. You have to look at it. And the funny thing is our frequency is going to go up so high. We're going to overpower these things. and it's going to have these drones fall out of the sky. And they're going to crash because they can't be utilized anymore because we're coming into the 5D realm. That's it. You can't hold us back no more. You can't keep us down anymore. You are not able anymore to keep our frequencies down. Our heart chakras are pumping and pumping in a one consciousness. People don't understand what's happening. It's okay. Everybody's got their own journey because you're not going to see things. Not everybody's going to see things. Not everybody's going to hear things. Because some people are going to go through this on a subconscious level. But there's a few of us that are going to be going through seeing, hearing, and going through it. But that doesn't mean you put down other people because they're not going through it, because they go through it their own way. It's their contract that they signed when they came here from the heavens. They came through the water to get here, maritime. They came through the water of their mother. They come so below, so is above as so below. It's in the Bible. And I'm not a religious person. It's you have to read things. You have to know what you're looking for. You have to not be curious. You know how they would say curious kills the cat. No, that cat has 9 lives. So curious never killed the cat. We have to move on. We have to move on from these things and see through the portal. There's portals opening. There's timelines crashing. Come on. They just had a thing with the Senate or the House just signed a document saying that the eagle is now is the mascot to the United States of America. When I was a kid, my timeline was it was already the eagle was the eagle. It was the bomb. It was the shit. It was America. The bald eagle was America, from what I remember. We didn't have to sign it into law. It was already here. But the House is signing it into law to have that as our mascot for the United States of America. So this Mandela effect that's happening is happening, which is what side are you on? What side of this coin are you on? And there's another one with your heart. When you pledge allegiance, you pledge to the left. They're saying our heart is in the middle. It's all Mandela effect. It's all these things that they're trying to see what side you're on. We've been blasted through portals. We're in another dimension, and we really are. Our consciousness is not here on this plane. We're somewhere else. But now we're going to travel and go through another time and space as one together. And even the planet, like I said, even the planet's doing it. Just stay in the positive vibration. Stay in that. If you got good things to say it. If you have bad thoughts or bad feelings, or ask yourself, why am I doing this? When you change your response on how you were before and how you reacted to things. See, before we tell people, shut up, be quiet. Now it's, well, how can I help you? What can I do for you? Is there anything that we can do here for you? Because we're in another timeline, and everybody's realizing what Christmas is and isn't now. What the lies that have been told, the lies that have been for the holidays coming too. It's their harvest time to harvest our energy, to harvest our woes, and harvest that strand of darkness for themselves, for the elites, for the entities, for the government, whatever it is you want to say it's for. We can be positive and be in our center and manifest what we want in our lives. Pray for what we want in our lives, because that's the funny part. It's all the same. Praying, manifesting, it's all the same. See, they try to throw that at you so that you are divided. Divide and conquer. How can I do this? How can we keep the masses apart? How can we make them be always in anger? Not saying anybody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Let's get that real. Nobody is perfect. But how we react and how we respond to stuff, that's what they're looking for. That's exactly what they're looking for. And what you should be looking for. It's, how did I respond to that? How would I respond to that 10 years ago as I would, or 5 years ago, or a year ago? Because every day you change. You have 365 days a year, 365 days to get up. Groundhog's Day. Remember that movie, Groundhog's Day? What a movie. Really. He changed it. He changed his whole perspective, his whole life. He changed it. And what did he do with it? At first, he was doing it to be deviant, to be, I'll get the, I'll make this girl love me, whatever. But he realized the reality to come back and be humble about things, to learn new things, and how to respond. If you really look, how to respond to things. Movies also tell us things. Look at the movie. Review a movie that you viewed once before. And I'm going to say it. Review one. Do you get the same response you had before? Do you see things in it that are different now? You're a different person. Every day you wake up, you're different than you were before. You're not the same. And if someone comes to you and tells you, you haven't changed, you haven't this, you haven't, no, you haven't, because you're viewing me on this plateau. You haven't seen me in 80 years, but now you want to see me as what you left me 80 years ago. Because we can all look at somebody and go, you're changed, you're different now. How do you know? How do you know? Questions to ask yourself. Just a question or two, a response. But see, all these things that you're going to see, it's magical. It's a magical thing that you're seeing. And it doesn't matter. It's magical. They'll tell you it's coming out of the water. It's coming out of the sky. It's coming. Really, look up in the sky, because that's what I've been doing. I've been 5-6 years looking in the sky, taking pictures and pictures and pictures, knowing where the sun has been, knowing where the moon has been. And many people would think that's crazy. But to me, it's not, because I'm watching in real time the transition of things happening. Confirmation. Confirmation. I'm watching in real time. Real time. We as people, we as a soul family, we know who we are. We know where we're going. We know what's happening. And there's going to be people that don't know. And that's okay. Don't judge them. Don't. And they could still be talking about a 3D timeline. It's okay. Let them talk. Because at some point, the transition's going to take place. This transition's going to happen. And what transition? That we all move forward. All together. The planet and all. Because we're like little specks on her, on the planet. She's going to push off all these little ticks and things on her back that we've been planting and prying and sticking stuff in her. And now Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, she's going to be pushing all that stuff off. And she's going to be transitioning herself. So we're all transitioning together. But if we stay focused and we stay centered and be positive, and it'll be an easy transition for all of it to move and pay no attention. And the weird part is they just put out The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz is part of all this, is part of all this stuff. Follow the Yellow Brick Road. That's another episode to go down. And remember the man behind the curtain. Don't forget, don't listen to that man that's behind the curtain, because that's what's here. The man behind the curtain. Because we're so busy with ourselves and family and things that we think are priority in our life. We put that before anybody. So we don't pay attention to what's really going on around us. But if you stop and you look outside, you look out there, you'll see things happening. Every 50 years, there's a financial system in place. It's happening again. Pay attention to the financial system. It's coming. It's already been put in place. You just haven't seen it. No more fiat system. It's gone. No more fiat system. You're going to have money, yes. You will use all the paper and all that, but it won't be so easy to print anymore because you have to have gold and silver, and you actually got more gold for the money and precious metals. You'll see through the years. You'll see into the new year. You'll see what 2025 brings. We got new zodiac sign. We have 13 zodiacs now, not 12. So now your zodiac is changing. So now you're from, like, let's say I was Aquarius in the 3D life. Now it's 5D. I'm a Capricorn because my zodiac sign changed. There should be 13 months, not 12. And in my timeline, December is not the end of the year. March is. Because spring into the new year. That's how it is. April Fools. I want to fool the people. I want to fool the masses. I'm going to make this holiday called April Fools. I want to fool you all. But you think you're fooling each other. Nope. It's them fooling the masses. And that's the elites, the entities, the government are all working together because they have to. It's a contract to keep it so that there's no wars with them against each other. Because there used to be a lot of wars against that. They came and made a contract and went, no, we're going to stop. Why are we fighting ourselves when we have all these people to do our bidding? And that's the end of my podcast. And remember, there's always something out there. And keep paying attention. Happy holidays. Thank you.